Attention Minnesota Vikings fans. The news we have today will drive you crazy. Vikings fans are flooding our social networks trying to understand what just happened. And here in this video, you will know everything firsthand. So don't leave. Don't forget to leave your like on the video too, because it helps our community to grow more. And if you are not subscribed yet, subscribe, because here we always do giveaways with subscribers. Now let's go to today's news. Minnesota Vikings and the 2025 NFL Draft. Jody Barron could be the key player. With the 2025 NFL Draft getting closer, the Minnesota Vikings are preparing to make strategic choices that could strengthen their team for next season. The franchise, which holds the 24th overall pick, could go in several directions in the draft, given the solidity of the roster after the movement in free agency. However, one name has been gaining traction behind the scenes: cornerback Jody Barron from the University of Texas. Currently projected as one of the top defensive backs in the 2025 class, Barron has been pointed out as one of the favorites to join the Vikings if he is available at pick 24. His talent and adaptability are widely praised by experts, making him an ideal option for the defense coordinated by Brian Flores. An impressive performer in recent years, Barron recorded 20 pass deflections and 8 interceptions over 3 seasons in college football. His versatility makes him even more valuable, as he can play both outside cornerback and slot cornerback, providing tactical flexibility to the Vikings scheme. Mike Tannenbaum, former general manager of the New York Jets and ESPN analyst, highlighted the defender's importance. Selecting Barron at this point in the draft would be a great value for Minnesota. He has speed, instincts, and coverage skills that fit perfectly in Flores' defense. In addition, Mel Kiper Jr., another renowned analyst, also projected Barron to the Vikings, reinforcing the idea that he is a popular pick among experts. Despite the great potential fit, there is a considerable risk that Barron will not be available at pick 24. The consensus big board has him as one of the top 16 prospects in the class, which means he could be selected before the Vikings do. One of the main competitors for his draft could be the Green Bay Packers, who pick at pick 23 and could need to strengthen their secondary, especially if they decide to part ways with Jaire Alexander. If Barron is unavailable, the Vikings could opt to trade down in the draft and accumulate more picks, as they currently have only 4 selections available. A trade could allow the team to bolster other areas of the roster, such as the offensive line, defensive line, or even a new quarterback to develop for the long term. At 23, Barron is a mature player who is ready to contribute immediately in the NFL. According to NFL Draft Buzz analyst Amari Cooper, Brian Flores' defensive scheme would perfectly maximize Barron's skills. His play-reading ability and aggressiveness make him a reliable defender in intermediate coverage and against high-level receivers. In addition, his ability to play multiple defensive roles makes him even more valuable. His combination of spatial awareness, route recognition, and aggressiveness fits well with the Vikings' defensive philosophy. He could be one of the best defensive backs in the class, and if he falls to the 24th pick, it will be hard for Minnesota to ignore him. Cooper added, with the draft approaching, Minnesota will have a crucial decision to make. If Barron is available at number 24, taking him could be a smart move to bolster the secondary and keep the defense competitive. Otherwise, the team will have to decide whether to move up in the draft to secure his talent or take a more conservative approach and accumulate more assets. Regardless of what happens, Jody Barron's name has already become a key player in the Vikings' 2025 draft strategy. If he falls to Minnesota, he could become a defensive mainstay for the team for years to come. Minnesota Vikings consider signing veteran WR Amari Cooper to bolster passing attack. With NFL free agency complete and a number of moves redefining the league landscape for the 2025 season, the Minnesota Vikings are being encouraged to consider signing experienced wide receiver Amari Cooper. The veteran, who recently played for the Buffalo Bills, is available on the market and could be a valuable piece to strengthen the Vikings' passing game. Cooper, 30, joined the Buffalo Bills in October 2024 after a trade with the Cleveland Browns and was seen as a strong addition to help quarterback Josh Allen take the team to new heights. However, his time with the Bills was not as impactful as expected. During the regular season, Cooper recorded 44 receptions for 547 yards and 4 touchdowns, numbers considered below expectations for a receiver of his caliber. In the playoffs, his production was even more muted, with just 2 receptions for 8 yards in 2 games. Despite the modest numbers, Cooper valued the experience of advancing in the postseason and highlighted the importance of collective victories. "I've never made it this far in the playoffs. Winning is much more important than any individual statistic," the player declared after the Bills' elimination. Still, the franchise chose not to renew his contract, leaving him available on the market. Now a free agent, Cooper is a viable option for teams looking to bolster their receiving core with an experienced and talented player. The Minnesota Vikings, who already have the young and explosive Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, could benefit from the presence of Cooper as a luxury number 3 wide receiver, providing more depth to the roster and increasing the versatility of the offense. Dustin Baker, from the Vikings territory portal, highlighted that Cooper could be a key piece for Minnesota. He is available and should not require an exorbitant contract. If the Vikings offer a fair deal, Cooper could end his career wearing purple and being a reliable target for our quarterback. Baker wrote, "Adding Cooper could help alleviate pressure on Jefferson and Addison, ensuring the team has multiple offensive threats to diversify the passing game." Additionally, his consistent track record prior to 2024 shows that he can still be a productive receiver in the right system. While the idea of adding Cooper is intriguing, the Vikings also need to consider their financial situation and other roster needs before making an offer. The team is already heavily invested in Jefferson and has other priorities, such as bolstering their offensive line and adjusting the quarterback position to keep the offense efficient. Additionally, other teams may also show interest in Cooper, which could make an affordable trade difficult for Minnesota. Should the veteran receive more attractive offers from teams with bigger ambitions for 2025, his decision could be influenced by factors such as competitiveness and championship potential. Regardless of his destination, Amari Cooper still has the gas in the tank to contribute at a high level in the NFL. His experience, ability to run precise routes, and history of productive seasons make him a valuable asset for any team willing to invest in his talent. If the Vikings decide to move forward and pursue his signing, Cooper could add a new dimension to the team's offense and perhaps help Minnesota compete for greater heights in the 2025 season. Now, it remains to be seen whether the franchise will make the necessary move to bring the veteran to Minneapolis or if another team will enter the race for the receiver.